All right, what would you do? Discussion questions. First, starting off with how would I respond with the proposal to the proposal? I would disagree with the proposal because in cities across America, there are regional plans that include housing with all price ranges, and it's a way to include lower income citizens into the community, and it provides housing to everyone. And this leads to successful cities and citizens. It's also a fact that fragmentation causes segregation, and then that leads to poverty. So excluding a group from an area and keeping them, in a more poor area, lower income area, um, with high concentration of poverty causes many problems in the area and continues poverty. In areas like Portland, Oregon, and Minneapolis, St. Paul, which are some of very successful cities in America, um, even London has low income housing, which is called council housing, and it's built low income, like subsidy housing in vibrant areas in the cities. And Portland and Minneapolis also provide lower income housing at all price ranges in vibrant areas of their cities, and it causes the cities to flourish and become successful. And it also provides housing to everyone because housing is expensive. Um, so keeping low income citizens outside of vibrant communities, vibrant cities, makes cities worse. It also leads to keeping the areas, lower income areas, poor and poor and poor. Lower income housing creates equitable housing and leads to flourishing cities. So I would disagree with the wealthy members of the community's proposal. Second question, what are some practical steps that you can take to ensure that marginalized groups are included and empowered? I think creating space and listening to marginalized groups is really important. And we know in the past that their voices and ideas and opinions have not been heard. So I think giving light to their opinions and voices is really important in listening to them. Third, how would you approach conflicts between different community groups with conflicting goals or views? I would approach conflicts with different community groups with conflicting goals or values with a collective approach. I think in situations like this, it's important to listen to both parties and try to find common ground. Creating opportunities for both parties to share their experiences and their opinions is also really important. And as a result, it could lead to finding similarities between both of them. Fourth, what happens when you're told that you must choose between the interests of a powerful exterior actor and the needs of the community that you're organizing? I would 100% choose the needs of the community. I think powerful people do have a lot of say, wealthy people do have a lot of say in things in their communities. But I think grassroots communities have been able to get things done, not in the same time frame, quick, fast, powerful, wealthy people can get things done, but I think community-led organizations have been able to get things done, and their needs are so much more important, because wealthy people can get whatever they want. Grassroots movements have been able to flourish in communities as well, and I think in communities we can find a way to make things happen, and communities are way more important to listen to than rich people. How can you, as the community organizer, ensure that short-term gains do not undermine the long-term integrity of the community? I think it's important to always remember, where you came from. I think to ensure that we keep long-term integrity, it's important to acknowledge the success and use it as fuel to keep a community or whoever you're working with going. And I also think, like I said, it's important to remember where you came from, and that keeps you grounded. If you get lost in, your success along the way, it can kind of make you lose, where you started and, how you always haven't been able to find the success. So I think focusing on that and remembering that can really help you stay positive moving forward and grounded.